Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Crypto Takeover coming back with a Bitcoin video for you today. Bitcoin actually starting to make a nice little recovery. We're going to give a few reasons what we saw on this as well. We gave our trading group a nice little setup to take a long position or to buy back in on Bitcoin as well as of yesterday. And so now we're just going to dive on into the charts and take a look at some things. So if that sounds interesting, go ahead and stick around. All right, if you are brand new to the channel, we use the market cipher indicator by CryptoFace alongside with the TI sequential by ToneVase and the market guide buy and sell signal. So we're using a few paid for indicators. You can find the links in the description box below if you're interested in picking up some of these indicators. I do believe that CryptoFace is running a special as of right now. Let's refresh and make sure that he's still got this going on. So yeah, he's got it for 50% off, I believe, still as well. So definitely come over here, check out Market Cipher Black Friday sale that is happening right now. I do hope that you scooped up Bitcoin for its Black Friday special as well too. We had a nice little sell-off here, about retracement about 18% or so, and we've seen this pattern before, folks. So Bitcoin likes to do these dumps and then slightly come up to top to recover just a tad bit, and this is exactly what we were kind of seeing as well. And we're going to keep on diving into the charts to see what we might be able to kind of get a reference for, based on some of our lower and higher time frames, and see what we were kind of keeping a close eye on. So what we were waiting for is, this is our 2-hour chart here. You can already see on our 2-hour chart that the money flow is starting to recover just a tad bit, ready to move back into that greenish territory. And so we also saw this same thing kind of appear back here, where we like to call them turtle heads, where they pop out into our red money flow, and then we start to recover back into our greenish money flow. So we had this sideways consolidation here, and then we had a nice rally from there in our symmetrical triangle that was drawn out here. So we're kind of starting to see that same thing. Obviously, we had our big sell-off, money flow starting to round off, and we had our red money flow start to, now it's starting to move back into that greenish area. So if I zoom in just a little bit more, maybe taking a look at the 45-minute or so, you can kind of see how our money flow was starting to move back into that greenish territory here on the 45-minute. And then if we move into possibly the 15-minute or so, you can see during our whole consolidation phase after our sell-off, money flow started to get a little bit thin, and then we started to move back into that greenish area. So what we were technically waiting for was our money flow on these lower time frames to start to round off and push up a little bit higher, and that's exactly what happened. So we kept a close eye on these lower time frames. It looked like they were ready to start bottoming out, and it would have been a nice position to probably take a little bit of a long here, folks. So I did signal this to our trading group yesterday, or I believe, yeah, during our Black Friday special, and we were scooping up Bitcoin down here. I told them, hey, this looks like a great buying opportunity. I do believe that we are going to continue up higher after this. It doesn't look like we're going to have any more big sell-offs as of yet. But what we're kind of looking for is a retest back up to the 18.5 area, right at around this consolidation phase. And if we push through 18.5, well, folks, it looks like we're probably going to be headed back up to the 20K area or so. So even if we start to zoom out here on our higher time frames, so I can also give you a little bit of a reference here. Our 4-hour was looking like money flow was a little thin here, but we are seeing a buy signal with market guide. And then as we started to move into our 6 and 8-hour time frames, so these are time frames that have really been holding a nice steady money flow, and we did get a nice little sell-off. A bullish divergence has occurred here, so I do believe that this is going to actually help us slingshot up even higher here too. This green dot down here, not necessarily a big green dot, but still a nice below pivot point sell-off to continue up higher as of right now. And let's zoom out to our 12-hour, possibly our 12-hour, getting still a nice little tight momentum wave down here to ready to skyrocket us back to the upside after our green dot appears too as well. So that's what we're kind of looking for. We never got the sell signal on our daily with market guide, so I do believe that this is going to get ready to recover. And we've continued to put in little higher green dots here too on our daily charts as well. So let's dive on into the dominance chart, see what may be happening here, going on into our 2-day. And yeah, it does look like the 2-day, or the daily and the 2-day, are probably wanting to recover just a tad bit. You can see our daily time frame possibly wanting to start to round off on the momentum here too as well. And then if we take a look at our daily VWAPs, also headed to the upside too as well. I wouldn't be surprised if we start to see some potential green dots here on these lower time frames too as well. But let's see, it still looks like we are seeing a little bit of a rejection, so we'll just have to kind of wait to see how the dominance plays out. But I think that Bitcoin still possibly will recover. It still looks like it has the potential to recover too as well. And for kicks and giggles, let's just take a look at ETH and see what's going on over here with Ethereum. Where is ETH? There we go. So Ethereum looks like it also is ready to kind of recover just a tad bit. Money flow on the 10-hour is still looking really good. It kind of looks like BTC, honestly, and so that's probably why the dominance on BTC is kind of falling off too as well, because I think that Ethereum still has a lot of potential to the upside here. Looking at the daily chart, daily also getting ready to clip on the VWAP to the upside there too as well. And let's zoom out just a tad bit. We've already gotten some of our recovery green dots down here on our lower time frames for Ethereum as well too. And so things are still looking pretty good. I do believe that we're going to probably have another bullish week ahead of us. That's kind of what it's looking like. And, we're going to keep you up to date, see what's going on here. And let's take a look at the DXY chart to see what's happening here. DXY here on the 4-hour, obviously moving to the downside too as well. It does kind of look like we are in a falling wedge pattern as of right now, but this could possibly break to the upside. It doesn't look like it wants to, though. Honestly, it looks like it still wants to continue to sell off here too. So what we could do is probably draw some trend lines down here for us, just to keep an eye on things, and if it does break to one direction or the other, we will know where we need to go. So let's do something, I would say something like that, or we could go all the way back up here. Maybe something like that right there. Yeah, so it still looks like we want to break to the downside for the most part, and we could see a little bit of a recovery, but it does look like we are testing our lower lows of the DXY chart in the dollar index value. So obviously we're preparing for the worst that is to occur, and if the dollar continues to sell off, we're going to know that money's moving into crypto and gold and silver too as well. But yeah, dude, but that looks to be about it for the most part. Don't forget to join us in our Patreon page. Like I said, we gave a nice little setup yesterday to continue our bullish rally, and it played out very nicely. So highly appreciate everyone that's in our Discord server or in our Patreon page, but's in our private categories on our Discord too as well. And then also don't forget, if all this is unfamiliar with you, we have our Path to Cryptocurrency course that is available to the public. If you want to join us on there, feel free to. The price is at a really cheap price, and obviously if you're brand new to crypto, I highly recommend that you take a course on safety, how to store your crypto safely. All the ins and outs are going to be in this course material here. So I highly recommend that you pick up a course, or you can pick up our course if you'd like, and I'd appreciate the support. Then also we are doing a $100 giveaway in one of our favorite altcoins once we hit 3,000 subs. So we are steadily approaching 3,000 subs, and I am excited as heck. I cannot wait. But once we do our giveaway, we'll do the drawing live on the channel, and then we will I'll email you or send you a message on Discord. So we do have a public Discord server that is available if you want to join us in there. Obviously find the link in the description box below. But if you are one of our Patreon members or our course members, you get access to our private categories on the Discord server as well. And then we also have our Telegram announcements page if you want to come over there and join us in our Telegram page to stay up to date when we post videos and much, much more. Then join us over there. But we're going to go ahead and end it here. It looks like the whole market for crypto is probably starting to recover just a tad bit. Let's take a look at the total coin market cap and then just kind of reference from there. So looking at the daily, VWAP still headed to the upside here. And then also we're starting to see some nice recovery here on these lower time frames with some tight green dots on the bottom side here. So things are looking pretty good. I do believe that we are headed into a rest of our bullish weekend for crypto, and then possibly going on into next week, probably a nice little bullish week there too as well. So let me give a shout out to our Patreon members, so that way we can do this for them. Give them a nice little shout out here. But yeah, we had posted this setup yesterday, and it played out really nicely. So, you know, obviously, if you want to join us in there, you can find the link in the description box below. And you know, I would highly recommend that you come over there and see what we have to offer at least. So I'm also thinking about doing a nice little special for everyone. If you've been members for 3 months or longer, then you have access to the 35% off tier too as well. But shout out to Nkim, Andre, Jasmine, Crypto Rex, Leo, Raphael, Vivian, Sparky, Johnny 20, William, Angelo, Quentin, Ben, Eric, Peter, Ben Wesley, Samuel Crane, Tall Troy, Tim Luna, X Zen, Sean Stein, Greg, Haru Yor, Pike 379, Paul A. Keller. So those are our Patreon members. Shout out to y'all. I really appreciate it. I'll see y'all in the next one. CTO signing out. Peace.